nice. Okay, people. I guess we're there. I will just have pretend so we're not there. We hear people. We hear. We're here chilling. We are here chilling. Or we're just looking at we're just looking at the internet, like say. We're not doing what we're supposed to be doing. We are here looking at life, looking at life, looking at life. Here we are, I look upon life. Alright, people. I guess me have to go. Hold on a minute. Here we are looking at life, looking at. Yes, people, they are look upon life and I say. Yes, sir. This life thing. We're supposed to love and respect and enjoy to the max. All we're doing is just fighting against each other. And that cause pure problem. All the things that we're supposed to do, we not do none of that. All of the love and unity we're supposed to have, we don't have none of that. I don't understand how we expect say that have a serve a purpose. All the fussing and all the fighting, it not serve no purpose, but we still a do it anyways. The consequences for our action is always so devastating. You see, All of the people them what me highlight throughout history. All of them people that have a choice, you know. All of the people them throughout history were set an amazing example for we follow. Those people have a choice. They could have looked upon everything and say, che, it doesn't matter to me. All of the people them a fight for freedom. All of them people could have said, sure, it don't matter to me. But all of them people there, this figure out the situation where them in, it not good. I don't really understand. How comes way back then we realize that the situation where we in, the way we get treated, it was wrong. I will teach you them things that back in them days there. Because the treatment what we did not get, nobody not really did a fight for we and say it right. Say it wrong. And we did have a fight. Start fight at least. And that me I say. Even if you have an idea how great a boat is, you still have to have some idea where the boat are gonna look like. You can't just say, oh, me have a greater idea of a boat and you know, there's no thoughts or nothing put into it. So me I say, back in them days there, who would tell them people that how them are get treated is wrong. I will show them say it wrong. If nobody never depend for them side, I advocate for them. Nowadays people advocate for the things that people fight for. Meanwhile, the ultimate fight was always about humanity and dignity. The fight was always about something that was important. It was important to us to know ourselves, to understand ourselves. I said the program I do yesterday, it was so refreshing because I tell you, say, I just start listening to a program and then in the program I find so much different people in the program. And it coming like one book. You open up a book and you just look on the cover and say, okay. But when you go in the book, there is so much twist and turn. The cover is just to interest you in the book. Just like how my headline them on a flashy headline them. But if you don't know what I'm all about, that's what I'm all about. Make positivity cool again. Make respect cool again. Make love cool again. Without a price. You don't have to pay for love. Only way you can get love is unless you buy it. Them things there, I just recently we get involved in a certain things for ruin with future. Yeah. Enough of the things them we get involved in, it don't have nothing to do with for future. But we jump on everything when I belong to we, and the things that belong to we, them things that I got to waste. I continue my journey because it's your journey. Every journey where you take up, it's your journey. So no make nobody knock you off of your journey and tell you say, oh, don't dream big, don't. Tell you there's so much corruption out there already to corrupt the people their mind. You're not supposed to add to that, you know. You're not supposed to add to the chaos. You cannot said this person is bad, and because this person is bad, you have the right to beat the person to death. Because justice did if we deal with them people there. It's not on us to be the judge, jury, and the executioner. We keep on saying it. Sometimes we all execute the wrong people just because we take it upon for ourselves. You can't stop a person from judge, because a person judging you is just them giving their opinion, whether it's right or wrong. Them can't judge you. Them can't condemn you. Again, it's their opinion. And their opinion can say, well, our recommendation is this. But I no no right if you not go execute a person because you no judge and condemn them. And that's how it come to in today's society. It's past the stage of judge and condemn. It's straight execution from everybody mind and how everybody think. Until they said just most of the thoughts of people have, it's not theirs, it's other people's thought. And when you go sit down with them and have a conversation, both for them thought and also them feel. And sometimes them never realize how them feel and also them feel. If them hot blooded for them favorite artist and them favorite artist say something, sometimes them just agree with it because of them favorite artist, but catch them on a one away, and then you see if I saw them feel. That's why I say some people don't have their own feelings, them have other people's feelings. Them have other people's emotion. And if you have other people's emotion, other people's feelings, you're not going to be able to deal with your own. Sometimes I get feelings, I'm going to tell you, even if you get feelings, it's not proof. Even if you get feelings, it's still your feelings. Your feelings might be right, but you still don't have no proof. That's why I say when you sit down and think about certain things, it's your thought. Get the information from other people, but at the end of the day, you have to analyze the information where you get and figure if it makes sense to you. Because I tell you, so we go through all of these motions that everybody else gives us. It's not us who come up with these thoughts and feelings, right? Somebody give it to we and we run with it like say it's our honest truth. And there is no honest truth if you don't analyze the until you find it, analyze it, break it down, and then you say, okay. Because sometimes me listen to people and me not understand whatever information until they come and them say, okay, this is the situation, and them explain it to me. Then me get a clarity, right? That's what understanding give you. Understand giving you a clarity of what you're thinking about, so you can make an honest opinion on what you're talking about. So when we pick out the people and if you look at and see these people greatness, may I ask myself, so how comes we not promote them people and big up them people? And again, it comes down to some people's agenda. It comes down to how some people feel about certain situation. They don't care about changing it. I'm perfectly happy with just the way it is, you know. So as much as you see them come out and a scream and a ball, say, oh, this bad, this bad, this bad. All them a look is just somebody if you jump on them bandwagon and say the same thing too. Again, everybody can say this bad, but where is the solution? Where is the problem driven skills that we have? If we so intelligent, so I just go and deal with my thoughts and my feelings on these things, because people always tell you, say, oh, go and go create your own channel, go and go do what you want to do on your own channel. First of all, if you create your own YouTube channel, it's not easy. Especially when you want to create positivity and upliftment. Me can just screenshot the most watch view stuff them on YouTube and then just put them on my channel, just forget views. But again, me want do the things I'm me happy with. So I continue the one I'm happy with. Can I tell you, say, after watching that video last night, and you know, it was amazing. So today I pick Elijah Muhammad. Again, you hear about these people, but we know the details of these people, right? Because we just say, oh, is this and oh, is that, and then you don't know people is gonna tell you what their opinion is of anybody that what them want. So again, all of them people, this is just an introduction to say, you know. So later on, now when we can go, we can pick any one of them and go through and continuing on the lessons learned from whoever person, information what we have, right? Alright, so I could jump in it. Elijah Muhammad, born Elijah Robert Poole, October 7th, 1897, February 25th, 1975. So October to February. Was an American religious leader, black separatist, and self-proclaiming messenger of Allah who led the nation of Islam. And self-proclaimed messenger of Allah. I said the writing of them right sometimes, you know, can't see like how the people them write certain things, the narrative of how people think. Because the narrative and how them think it's not far off. How people think and how people feel. It's not far off. Okay? So the narrative of how them write things and how them look upon, we can always still say them write and put it in a way so them not agree with what we say. But we'll continue, you know, because I tell you, say, we not pay attention to anything important to us. Okay. Was an American religious leader, black separatist, and self-proclaimed messenger of Allah who led the nation of Islam from 1933 until his death in 1975. Elijah Muhammad was also the teacher and mentor of Malcolm X, Louis Farrakhan, Muhammad Ali, and his son and his son Warith Din Mohammed. In the 1930s, Mohammed formally established the Nation of Islam, a religious movement that originated under the leadership and teaching of Walis Farid Mohammed, and that promoted black power, pride, economic empowerment, and racial separation. Elijah Muhammad taught the master Farid Muhammad is the Son of Man of the Bible, and after Farid's disappearance in 1934, Muhammad assumed control over Farid's former ministry, formally changes its name to the Nation of Islam. So there's a next leader before him, and himself the next leader disappear, and then put that after Farid's disappearance in 1934. Under Muhammad's leadership, the group grew from a small local black congregation into an influential nationwide movement. He was unique in his combination of black nationalism with traditional Islamic themes. He promoted black self-sufficiency and self-reliance over integration, and he encouraged African Americans to create a separate state of their own. Muhammad also rejected the civil rights movements for its emphasis on integration. You see? And at that match I show you, there's so much information that's coming out of these situations, because one of the things them say with Martin Luther King was, for a person who was supposed to be looking out for us, right? When integration came along, it was many of the small businesses closed down, right? The universities and colleges. You see, when them say when yesterday in the live, they said that when we had our own businesses, these people came and they intimidate the owners of black owned businesses and open up their business, and then we now go by in their businesses. I'm gonna tell you, say, even today, I saw it stay, you know. I'm serious. From a personal point of view, when I create my own company and I do my thing for so long, I'm gonna tell you, say, I'm not a rah type of person. But my stuff them solid. You don't get support from the people who are supposed to support you. You get complain, you get so much fight, and then people never know how to fight them a fight, you know. Because you see, it just come natural for them to do that. Because it's ingrained when okay, you see, like how I change from saying manners and respect and just say manners, respect. Just the changing of that, taking out the and. It's not an easy thing. Imagine the things that are ingrained in a way that we never know about. Because there's no way you're supposed to see a person like you have their own business, and you supposed to feel a way, say you're not deliberately not spend $1 with them so them can go bankrupt or for them close down. Where you get that the thought from? That's not your thought. That's not your thought. Because me I tell you, when the Jewish people them build up them business, their main objective is to help each other. Chinese people, the same thing. Indian people, them the same thing. When them build for them businesses for help each other. So where you get the thought say, you have a deliberately don't support the person just so them can bankrupt, and then you say, oh, a long time them business for shut down. That's why I say sometimes some people them not check upon you to see if you're successful, and them check upon you to see if you have failed. I know that. I know say some people not check and see if you are succeed. They might check to see if you are fail. It's not them leave you alone, you know. I don't like saying leave you alone and make you go and do your business. If I fail, you have fail by yourself. But the very fact say them a come check to see if you fail. Where you get them thought from? I tell you, and you have to look in at yourself and ask yourself them question there. Where you get them thoughts from for you look on the next person and say, the best thing for them, all of them ideas, all of them hopes, dreams and aspiration, the only thing you can do is sit down there and say, you hope them fail. That just shows that you're not interested in having a business for yourself. Because there's no way you could have think for say ever have a business for yourself and I look on the next person and I hope for them people their business fail. So me know sometimes we meet some people and them probably sound look like me, but me know say they're not like me. And they're not like you. And people have the prettiest word in a public, but in a darkness, man, the word that come out of their mouth can strip paint. Because them people are just evil away. So even in a Philly community, don't think say everybody there on Philly side. Even in a Philly own community, even in your own household, in your own family, they will have those people in their own family that eat the food, I drink the juice out of the fridge, sometimes I drink the milk out of the box. And then people that use the same mouth go road, go crucify you. It's sad. So yes, I can exist within this skin, because many people greater than me exist within this skin. It's not the skin, it's some of the people that may wear it. And it not just go for free race alone. In a other race too. It's not the skin, it's the people that may wear it. So I can't get up and say I'm going to hate the whole of that race there, and hate the whole of that race there, and hate the whole of that race there, and hate the whole of that race there. Me look upon people as individuals, so I'm not going to look upon one person where hurt me and go over there, so I go look upon the next person when not do me nothing and say the two of them are the same. Me sick? Me crazy? Well, maybe I'm crazy, but me not that crazy enough to go blame everybody for one person thing. And at that me usually say you have to look at the individual and what they do. You can't look on the whole nation and race and say the whole of them bad. Because still within the same race we have some people worse than them one over there. So everything we so far when me look on with this man. Because we have our own, we don't have to integrate with nobody. Giving the opportunity. We can do it. Every business go through the stages from egg to chicken to food. So you have to incubate it like in the first stages. All of them things I'm gonna go through with my own business. So I know what I talk about. Okay. As we continue, come tell us when you are reason and I talk about certain things, there's no time limit or me not in no rush. And that I'm telling the people them join me, me no want nobody in no rush or cut off people and me no cut you, sick a pin. Look, a person can finish what they must say and you can still pick up. So when you have to go through them things, they just show say you don't have no time for listen, you don't have no time for understand nothing. And then when you tell a person, stick a pin or me not cut you, the things where you say is not important than what the person has say. You just want chat. And you don't want nobody else to chat. So many people talk with them talk. And then you can interject wherever you have to interject after. Why you have to interject in a way they must say. Sometimes I just say I'm not going to continue no conversation. Because since you don't want me to say nothing, I'm fine with that. Alright. So Muhammad also rejected the civil rights movement for its emphasis on integration instead of promoting a separate black community. So him did I say, "Uno live over there, so we live over here, so." His views on race and his call for blacks having an independent nation for themselves made him a controversial figure. And that me not understand. All the man has building their own nation. You know, I just want to try to show you how it's always step in and we can do it better. We can do it better. We can give a sickness and then we find a cure for it. I just don't understand how it's. The man said we did exist long before Christopher Columbus. How come somebody not write no history before Christopher Columbus? Where's the history before Christopher Columbus? Because Christopher Columbus history was written by the Christopher Columbus people them. And nobody never had no time for write the people them before them history, or even if them write them history, then come along and burn up the book and burn up everything. And the same thing I go on to them people are just tear down everything. I tell you say, them can't tear down where them build, but them can't tear down nothing where them not build. When them tear down Black History Month, them can't tear down black people. When them do that, them just say, this is what I like to do it to Uno. Erase Uno from existence. But we are used for stinking, dirty, diplomatic way to do it. His views on race and his call for blacks having an independent nation for themselves made him a controversial figure, both within and outside the nation of Islam. He has been variously described as a black nationalist, a black supremacist, and a religious leader who fought for the rights of African Americans. So everybody are gonna always have them their own opinion of view, but it don't mean say it's true. It doesn't mean that it's true, it just means that them have something to say. I'm gonna tell you how people love chat already. Muhammad died on February 25, 1975, after a period of decline in health. He was succeeded as head of the NOI by his son Wallace Muhammad, who renamed the organization as the World Community of Al-Islam in the West. Wallace Muhammad later changed his name as part of his own transition to Sunni Islam, and is now known as Imam Warid Din Muhammad. Early years and life before Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad was born Elijah Robert Poole in Sandersville, Georgia on October 7, 1897, the seventh of 13 children of William Poole Sr., 1868 to 1942. This a man have no picking it. And how comes how comes him have 13 and 13 are bad lucky? Why we can never have 14? Or why can never just cycle up? Just saying, if 13 is such a a controversial number. A Baptist lay preacher and sharecropper, and Maria Hall. Wait there. Oh, a Maria Hall. 1873 to 1958, a homemaker and a sharecropper. So I'm going to tell you, say, we always have so much skills, we never have one job yet. That's how we are. We create like that. So in a slavery day, they still have 2, 3, 4 jobs. I'm going to think them the job they did free. Right? Elijah's education ended at the 4th grade, after which he went to work in a sawmill and brickyards. To support the family, he worked with his parents as a sharecropper. And when he was 16 years old, he left home and began working in factories and at other businesses. Elijah married Clara Evans 1892 to 1972 on March 7, 1917, and in 1923 the Poole family was among hundreds of thousands of black families forming the first Great Migration, leaving the oppressive and economically troubled South in search of safety and employment. Elijah later recounted that before the age of 20, he had witnessed the lynchings of 3 black men by white people. He said, "I seen enough of the white man's brutality to last me 26,000 years." Moving his own family, parents and siblings, Elijah and the Pooles settled in the industrial north of Hamtramck, Michigan. Hamtramck. So even back in the days, Michigan was an industrial, a working class city. Through the 1920s and 1930s, he struggled to find and keep work as the economy suffered during the post-World War I and Great Depression eras. And during their years in Detroit, Elijah and Clara had 8 children, 6 boys and 2 girls. So even in a depression, people still make baby. So maybe, again, all of them, there's so much, information and so much content we can create. Because many people talk about sex like say we need to advertise sex. When no matter what situation it is, people still procreate. I say some subject me no want like switch and go all over the place. Me just want to focus. So later on me can say yes, that's the next topic. Me could have go off sidebar. So him have 8 children, 6 boys and 2 girls. Conversion and rise to leadership. While he was in Detroit, Poole began taking part in various black nationalist movements within the city. And that match I show you within in any community you can start on a little group thing, 2-3 people, right? And you be surprised how group take off. Then we had to do it out of necessity. And now we need to do it out of necessity because we can't just sit down and say the whole world I go bad, the whole world I go bad. And just I watch the whole world I go bad. In August 1931, at the urging of his wife, and that me tell you, man and woman used to get along back then, Elijah Poole attended a speech on Islam and black empowerment by Wallace D. Ford. Afterward, Poole said he approached Ford and asked if he was the Mahdi, Redeemer. Ford responded that he was, but that his time had not yet come. Ford thought that black people as original Aztecs had a rich cultural history which was stolen from them in their enslavement. Ford stated that African Americans could regain their freedoms through self-independence and cultivation of their own culture and civilization. Poole had strong consciousness of both race and class issues as a result of his struggles in the South. Quickly fell in step with Ford's ideology. So maybe some of them people not go through certain struggle, that's why they don't really care. I said it already, a person is gonna say people is gonna say I didn't know it's gonna happen to me. So they know it's happening, but as long as it not happen to them, everything is good. Right? This is how people look upon it, If them not get hurt and somebody else will get hurt, it's fine with them. So this is why I say some of them people are so willingly and easily sacrifice people because them know say if them know say for them turn not come as long as for them turn not come then. I ask myself if the cow them in the calf give up each other when the farmer come for butcher them. Say no man take that one there, no man take that one there. And people willingly do that. The man said, him said before Christopher Columbus history was written, we used to do the same thing to each other. So respect amongst the race go way back. But it doesn't mean that there's no respect within our culture. Them are people out there who practice that. Living good with each other. It's just in the western part of society and the constant desensitizing us to the violence to each other. That make it become acceptable, which it's not. It's not acceptable, but we make it acceptable. Okay. Poole, having a strong consciousness of both race and class issues as a result of his struggles in the South, quickly fell in step with Forrest's ideology. Poole soon became an ardent follower of Forrest and joined his movement, as did his wife and several brothers. Soon afterward, Poole was given a Muslim surname, first Karam and later at Forrest's B.S. Mohammed. He assumed leadership of the Nation's Temple No. 2 in Chicago. His younger brother Khalat Mohammed became the leader of the movement's self-defense arm, the Fruit of Islam. Ford turned over leadership of the growing Detroit group to Elijah Muhammad, and the Hala Temple of Islam changed its name to the Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad and Wallace Ford continued to communicate until 1934, when Wallace Ford disappeared. Me not understand how him just disappear so. And it just don't explain. So I tell you, say, you see how me curious to find out what go on over here so now. What go on with Wallace Ford disappearance? What's going on? Elijah Muhammad succeeded him in Detroit and was named Minister of Islam. Elijah Muhammad told followers that Allah had come as Wallace Ford in the flesh to share his teachings that are a salvation for his followers. After the disappearance, Elijah Muhammad told followers that Allah had come as Wallace Ford in the flesh to share his teachings that are a salvation for his followers. In 1934, the Nation of Islam published its first newspaper. You see, I don't like how that sounded, so you know. The man just disappear and just, alright. Look at him. I just don't like, you know, when things not seem too right. That's all I'm saying. Now I'm going to tell you, say, these are learning new information, more information for me I'm aware of, but the details of things I'm not. In 1934, the Nation of Islam published its first newspaper, Final Call to Islam, to educate and build membership. Children of its members attended classes at the newly created Mohammed University of Islam. But this soon led to challenges by boards of education in Detroit and Chicago, which considered the children trans from the public school system. Transformation, is it? Transi is an intentional, Transi is an intentional, unjustified, unauthorized, or illegal absence from compulsory education. It is a deliberate absence by a student's own free will and usually does not refer to legitimate excuse, such as and usually does not refer to legitimate excuse absence, such as one related to medical condition. Truancy is usually explicitly let's see that defined in the school's handbook of policies and procedures. Attending school but not going to class is called internal truancy. Some children whose parents claim to be homeschooled have also been found truant in the United States. In many countries, truancy is criminalized by law as either a criminal or a civil offense, and authorities can prosecute truant students under the age of 18. Their parents or both. Some countries like Canada, Australia reserve fines for truant minors and allow for their detainment but not arrest while handcuffed but not arrest while skipping school. Okay. In Russia, Germany, and some parts of the US, police officers even have the power to handcuff and arrest truant under 18s on the street during the school hours. Strict measures against truancy are usually motivated by compulsory education gaps among children and underage crime surge in big cities. Truancy is a frequent subject of popular culture. Ferris Bueller's Day Off is about the title characters played by Matthew Broderick. Day of excuse Day of Truancy in Chicago with his girlfriend and best friend. Truancy is also the title of a 2008 novel about a student uprising against a dictatorial educational system. There are experiences that shows that thanks to the incorporation of successful education actions in schools with high absenteeism absenteeism, they have managed to reduce truancy and thus contribute to the improvement of academic success. The term truant can also be used to describe a child that avoids duty or is unruly, although this use is uncommon. So them have a whole book on that, but that's not what like. I just wanted to know what the word mean. Okay, so if you home teachers your kids, that's the school system is frowned upon that. It's funny, They must say education in schools. Meanwhile, man, I tell you, it's like I don't understand how them things are set that way, because the very fact say the people them for bringing a school are people who are supposed to educate the student them. Educate, which means smart people, which means people who has degrees, people that have like knowledge. About topic and how to make the kids then become smarter kids, more educated people. Me not understand how una go bring an entertainer in a school and I say entertainer is gonna educate the kids. Why not get educators? At that, what me tell you, say sometimes I don't understand the things them that I don't know. Me don't know what kind of something them are the people them are create and I say, yeah, this is good for society. Entertainers are entertainers. Educators, influencers, influencing what? To who? Any one of them people that teach science, technology, nursing. So how are they influencing? Wanna give title to people and expect these people to be something more than actually what they are. Con artists, yeah. Because me not understand one criminal is gonna be an artist. Me not see all the two of them got together, but apparently that's a good thing to bring entertainers to educate people. And then complain say the entertainers them are entertainers. I tell you, say the conversation where people have nowadays, it coming like say, them people are just really just a waste time. So it's okay, me tell you, say when me come and me chill and me get to talk and speak about certain things. There's no argument, there's no fight. Okay, so the controversy led to the jailing of several University of Islam board members and Eli Mohammed in 1934. And to violent confrontation with police. Eli was put on probation, but the university remained open. Leadership of the Nation of Islam. Elijah Muhammad took control of Temple Number 1, but only after battles with other potential leaders. May I tell you? Battles. So we have strength for each other going to bed. Including his own brother. In 1935, as these battles became increasingly fierce, Elijah left Detroit and settled his family in Chicago. Still facing death threats, Elijah left his family there and traveled to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, where he founded Temple Number 3, and eventually to Washington, D.C., where he founded Temple Number 4. He spent much of his time reading 104 books suggested by Wallace Ford at the Library of Congress. On May 8, 1942, Elijah Muhammad was arrested for failure to register for the draft during World War II. I tell you, say, everything I arrest, you know. I tell you, everything wrong. Everything wrong. Yes. Again, figure war, figure kill other people. On May 8, 1942, Elijah Muhammad was arrested for failure to register for the draft during World War II and was released on bail. Muhammad fled Washington, D.C. on the advice of his attorney, who feared a lynching, and returned to Chicago after a 7-year absence. Muhammad was arrested there, charged with 8 counts of sedition for instructing his followers to not register for the draft or serve in the armed forces. Sedation, this sound like some seduction, right? Sedition is overt conduct such as speech or organization that tends towards rebellion against the established order. Sedition often includes subversion of a constitution and incitement of discontent towards or insurrection against established authority. Sedition may include any commotion. Yes, we pretty much know what that's about. Acquitted of sedition, but found guilty of draft evasion. I tell you, then give you 10 charges and just want to catch you on 3. P. Diddy. Elijah Moore served 4 years in prison. Dang. From 1942 to 1946 at the Federal Correctional Institution in Milan, Michigan. Milan, not France. During that time, his wife Clara and trusted aide ran the organization. I'm gonna tell you, say, woman used to be good, you know. Muhammad transmitted his messages and directive to followers in letters. Following his return to Chicago, Elijah Muhammad was firmly in charge of the Nation of Islam. While Muhammad was in prison, the growth of the Nation of Islam had stagnated, and fewer than 400 members remaining by the time of his release in 1946. However, through the conversion of his fellow inmates as well as renewed efforts outside prison, he was able to redouble his efforts and continue growing the nation. Muhammad preached his own version of Islam to his followers in the nation. According to him, blacks were known as the original human beings, with evil whites being an offshoot race that would go on to oppress black people for 6,000 years. The origins of the white race would come to be known as Jacob's history with Jacob's backside. Jacob is a figure in the mythology of the Nation of Islam and its offshoots. According to the Noise doctrine, Jacob was a black Meccan scientist who lived 6,600 years ago and created the white race. According to the story, following his discovery of the law of attraction. Hold on, wait there. Let me have to read this here. Okay. And its offshoot, according to the Noise doctrine, Jacob was a black Meccan scientist who lived 6,600 years ago and created the white race. According to the story, following his discovery of law of attraction and repulsion, he gathered followers and began the creation of the white race through a form of selective breeding, referred to as grafting. And we don't know about grafting already. We can take an orange and put it on a grapefruit tree. So it's not like that's impossible. On the island of Patmos, Jacob died at the age of 150. But his followers continued the process after his death. According to the Noah, the white race was created an evil nature and was destined to rule over black people for a period of 600 years through practice of trichonology. Which ended in 1914. The story and idea of Jacob originating in the writings of the Noah's founder Wallace Ford Muhammad. Scholars have variously traced its origins in Ford's thought to the idea of the Jacobites propounded by the Moorish Science Temple, the Battle of Alcros, or alternatively, say it may have been created originally with little basis in any other tradition. Scholars have argued. Even scholars argue, people. Even scholars argue. So I'm going to see what I'm going to say now. So, scholars have argued the tale is an example of a black. I always get a call. I tell you, every time I come in life, I always get a call. Okay. The story and idea of Jacob originated in the writings of the Noah's founder Wallace Ford Muhammad. Scholars have variously traced its origin in Ford's thought to the idea of the Jacobite sprout. Okay. Scholars have argued that the tale is an example of a black theodicy. The similarities of Gnosticism, the Jacob as demiurge, as well as the story of Genesis. It also been interpreted as a reversal of the contemporary racist idea that asserted the inferiority of black people. The story as throughout its history caused disputes. The story as throughout its history caused disputes within the NOI. Under its current leader, Louis Farrakhan, the NOI continues to assert that the story of Jacob is true, not a metaphor, and has been proven by modern science. Several other splinters group and other black nationalist religion national religious organizations including the New Wabian Nation, the 5% Nation, and the United Nation of Islam share a belief in Jacob. Okay. Okay. In the autobiography of Malcolm X talked about when he first encounters this doctrine, though he would later come to regret that he ever believed in it. He preached that the Nation of Islam's goal was to return the stolen hegemony of the inferior whites back to blacks across America. Much of Elijah Muhammad's teaching appealed to young, economically disadvantaged African American males from Christian backgrounds. Traditionally, black males would not go to church because the church did not address their needs. Elijah Muhammad's program for economic development played a large part in the growth in the Nation of Islam. He purchased land and business to provide housing and employment for young black males. By the 1970s, the Nation of Islam owned bakeries, barbershop, coffee shop, grocery stores, laundromat, nightclubs, a printing plant, retail store, numerous real estate holdings, and a fleet of tractor trailers, plus farmland in Michigan, Alabama, and Georgia. In 1972, the Nation of Islam took controlling interest in a bank, the Guarantee Bank and Trust Company. Nation of Islam owned schools, until Islam owned schools expanded until by 1974 the group had established schools in 47 cities throughout the United States. Wow. In 1972, Muhammad told followers that the Nation of Islam had a net worth of $75 million. Wow. Muhammad authored a 2-volume How to Eat to Live, which promoted scientific views about diet and nutrition. Muhammad argued that only one meal should be eaten a day at the most, and if black people eat only one meal every 3 days, they will never get sick and may possibly live for 1,000 years. He argued that eating pork will bring about depraved behavior and culture of white Westerners. According to Muhammad, beef, lamb, and camel were permissible but should be avoided if possible. Camel meat? I never heard nobody eat camel meat before. Well, I guess if them eat lamb, they eat beef, them eat pig, them eat dog, them eat cat. I guess there's nothing wrong with camel. Just saying. I ain't never heard of camel meat being eaten before. It's my first time actually seeing it. He stated that Allah forbids us to eat the flesh of swine or of fish weighing 50 pounds or more. In regard to fowl, only baby pigeons were seen as clean, and if eaten should be taken straight from the nest. Boxfoot. I am telling you, you're gonna listen to people, but you're not gonna agree with everything everybody says. That's the thing with people having their own opinion. According to Muhammad, peas and sweet potatoes are forbidden by Allah, and many foods white in color are automatically bad for health. Salt and sugar, yes, definitely. Flour is bad for our health too. And I say in moderation. In regard to food, okay. Bad for health. Muhammad argued that white people were attempting to destroy black people by weakening their health and with inappropriate processed foods such as biscuits and white bread. Muhammad considered most fruits and vegetables safe to eat except collard greens and turnip salad. In regards to beans, only navy beans could be eaten. Lima beans were considered poison, which Muhammad believed made black men's stomach explode. Explode? Rice and spinach were allowed in moderation. There are no restrictions on garlic, onions, or whole wheat bread. Muhammad stated that he obtained his dietary advice from God in person, Master Fard Muhammad. Okay, people, that was just a introduction. Again, I tell you, say, all of these great heroes that did so much set such an amazing example for we. Any one of them we can go into and see how these people were. I mean, we did have conflict, but it's not like it was a mass boxing up of each other. Now we are do that on a consistent basis. We just hate each other on a consistent basis. So this is just an introduction to I say every day pick one or two people, and we like anybody who we pick from our history is amazing people, right? The people them where we can highlight. The people that we can highlight are some amazing people, and people are just live them life in a way that we not have to highlight them, you know, but we should, because them people, them are the standard where we miss. Them are the standard where we ignore. And that's on us. How we feel ourselves, you know, and not look somebody else to blame. Again, me just do my little part, because my part is not big as the people that may have big part in a society and not do nothing. We just do a big part and hope so a big part is enough to make it worth something in the future. Because when it comes to us, there's no end. There's no end to us. There's no end to us. So again, me just do my part for just make sure so I do my part. And today was Elijah Muhammad we highlight. And I don't know. We will continue doing the very best we're supposed to do. Because if we don't continue doing the very best, all we are going to get at the credit at the very worst. So now go write a book, yeah. Go write a book. Go write something where have meaning. Go read something where have meaning.